It's the final game of the 1944 Championship Series, the Milwaukee Chicks versus the Kenosha Comets. That's what a radio broadcast could have sounded like before the final game when Milwaukee's professional women's baseball team, the Chicks, won the championship. The Milwaukee Chicks, Racine Bells, and the Kenosha Comets were part of the All-American Girls Baseball League, which inspired the movie A League of Their Own.
Of course, everybody knows about Rosie the Riveter and filling in the factories and during wartime. This is another way they kind of served their country, but also played the sport they love.
The league lasted from 1943 to 1954. The Chicks raised the trophy in 1944, which was the only year they played in Milwaukee. They left for Grand Rapids, Michigan the next year.
They didn't have great fan support. They didn't have local financial support. They didn't have support from the media.
But they still put together a winning season thanks to their pitcher.
She was Iron Woman Connie Wisniewski.
She won 4 of the 5 games she started in the championship series. As you can see from photos, the league looked different from Major League Baseball. Most notably, women had to wear skirts while playing. They also attended charm school.
So they were not only, had to know how to turn a double play, they had to know how to apply their eyeliner properly and to which fork to use.
The goal was to make the sport more attractive to fans. However, attendance was low because the Chicks had to share a field with the Brewers, who played in the American Association. The Chicks played at Borchert Field during the day, and the Brewers got the primetime slot. Also, tickets were 95 cents, which was the same as the Brewers. But Chicks games were shorter, and fans didn't want to pay the same amount. Plus, fans already had a baseball team to root for.
It did better in the smaller cities.
Which is why the team left. Some of the players, like Connie Wisniewski and Dorothy Mickey McGuire Chapman, went on to have successful careers. In fact, there is a softball field in Ohio named after Chapman. However, her son said she didn't talk about her career much.
A lot of them will say the same thing. When they retired and the league folded, they went on with life and onward and all that kind of stuff.
But they all still left their mark on sports and American history.
A lot of people say they were pioneers of their day, and that is true,
They paved the way for future generations of women athletes. In Milwaukee, James Groh, TMJ4 News.